Jeremy Clarkson unveiled one of the reasons he believed Britain was no longer a force to be reckoned with. The Who Wants to Be a Millionaire presenter has been known for his controversial opinions, from criticizing Brexit to calling Meghan Markle a silly little cable TV actress. Clarkson very rarely holds his tongue, and in one column, the 61-year-old took it upon himself to work out the problem with Britain. Since Brexit was announced, the former Top Gear star has often launched into rants about the difficulties of leaving the European Union, EU. In one outburst, Clarkson complained about the difficulties of getting items through the customs border. Clarkson was furious after being unable to obtain durum wheat, which is used in foods including pasta and flatbread. He hoped to grow the crop at Diddley Squat Farm, which he owns, but didn't receive the seeds, for weeks, because they were at the border. Last week in his Sunday Times column, he claimed to have come face to face with a major downside of leaving the EU. Shockingly, Clarkson quipped that he would rather have COVID. The joke was deemed poor taste by many, after 127,000 people in the UK died from coronavirus as well as 3 million in total worldwide. Clarkson claimed his supply of the seed was held up at French customs, and he was so cross about it that he verbally abused a Brexiteer. He wrote, "I drove over to see a Brexiteer neighbor yesterday morning and called him a C***. I did. I pulled up, called him a C******, and then drove home again." Clarkson has paid attention to Britain's issues for many years and in 2004 lamented the loss of one nation's finest co-creations. In a 2004 column for Top Gear, he penned his sorrow about Concorde going into retirement. He was aboard the supersonic turbojet's final voyage between New York's JFK Airport and London Heathrow 1 year earlier. Clarkson considered the craft being retired as one giant leap backward for mankind, as he felt it put Britain on the map. He mocked tear-stained prose in all the newspapers about the premature death of Concorde, but admitted he felt exactly the same. He cited ballet dancer Darcy Bussell's remark, "Why can it not be run at a loss? The National Ballet is." As Concorde took off, Clarkson thought about other engineering greats that had been produced fully or in part by Britain. He wrote, "And with a crackling rumble, the last great reminder that Britain once was a force to be reckoned with was gone." Clarkson said he did not feel sorry for the businessmen who used it like a bus, but for the machine itself. He claimed some machines were able to become symbolic of Britain and more than a collection of wires and glass and metal. Clarkson wrote, "They take on a personality and this is what makes their death hard to stomach." He felt Titanic was another machine that warmed the corners of your heart. Clarkson acknowledged the unusual nature of his thoughts and pointed out that it was not to be confused with the love of cars. He explained, "I'm not talking about your relationship with the machine. I'm talking about the machine's relationship with you." In an overview of his thoughts, Clarkson claimed no car could get close to the aching sadness he felt for Concorde. In 2012, Clarkson took aim at Britain again after internet trolls mocked him for posting about his dog's death on Twitter. His pet Whoopi, a Labrador, had to be put down at the age of 15. In his Top Gear column, Clarkson wrote, 5 minutes has now elapsed and still it's a non-stop tirade of abuse. Which confirms my theory. Britain is a nation of 62 million complete and utter B*************************. It was followed by comments from Top Gear co-star James May in 2016, who claimed the presenters all despaired of Britain. He told The Telegraph that the team may appear quite Brexit Y and quite UKIP Y because they would laugh at foreigners, but that was far from the case. May said, "If you watch carefully, the country we mock most is Britain because we despair of it slightly."